Welcome back to another episode of Kansas City Chiefs Today. We've got an exciting draft breakdown ahead as we focus on one of the most electric wide receiver prospects entering the 2025 NFL Draft, Isaiah Bond. He's fast, he's dynamic, and he's got scouts buzzing, not just for what he's done at Alabama and Texas, but for what he could bring to the next level. If you're a fan of speed, special team sparks, and offensive firepower, this is a player you need to know. Isaiah Bond stands at 5 feet 11 inches, 180 pounds, and ran an official 4.39-second 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. While that's blazing fast, he actually entered the Combine promising to break the 40-yard record. He didn't quite get there, but he wasn't far off. Interestingly, it was his teammate Matthew Golden who ran a jaw-dropping 4.29. That said, Bond's speed is still elite, and it's not just about the numbers, it's how he uses it on the field. Bond began his college career at Alabama, but after coach Nick Saban stepped down, he transferred to Texas for his final year. This move, like many we see today, reflects how quickly players can shift gears in modern college football. And at Texas, Bond became the primary receiving weapon, especially early in the season, earning high-volume targets and showcasing his athleticism. Let's break down his strengths. Elite speed and quickness. Bond has that jitterbug style, quick feet, explosive breaks, and shiftiness in space. Yards after catch machine. He can turn a 5-yard slant into a 50-yard sprint. Route savvy. He isn't just a speed guy. His footwork and cuts are polished. He gets open with intent. One scout even compared him to a mini Jameson Williams. Not a full route tree kind of guy yet, but he's dynamic enough to scare any defense. But no prospect is perfect. Some concerns include field awareness. There are moments where Bond seems to take big hits unnecessarily. He hasn't quite mastered how to protect himself. Limited catch radius. He tends to prefer catching the ball tight to the body rather than extending. While that's not a deal-breaker, it can limit contested catch ability. Production dip. As competition improved, his target share declined slightly, possibly because Golden was emerging as the more consistent option. This is where it gets fun. With the new NFL Kickoff rules emphasizing more returns in 2025, players like Bond become even more valuable. His acceleration and ability to change direction make him a legitimate return threat. Imagine him fielding kicks and setting up short fields for an offense, maybe even Kansas City's. Around the league, most draft analysts see Isaiah Bond as a day 2 or possibly early day 3 pick. The reason? His upside as a gadget player and return specialist is high, even if he's not quite WR1 material yet. He could thrive in systems that create space. Think of how the Chiefs used Mecole Hardman or Kadarius Toney. Could Andy Reid mold Bond into the next playmaker? The Jameson Williams comparison comes up again, not because they're identical, but because both rely heavily on athleticism. The difference is, Bond has a bit more polish to his route running today than Williams did coming out of college. But the key question remains, how will he be used? If a team tries to force him into a traditional X-receiver role, it might not work. But as a slot, motion man, jet sweep threat, and return ace? That's where he shines. Isaiah Bond isn't the perfect prospect, but few are. He's got white heavy checkmark speed to burn. White heavy checkmark solid technique. White heavy checkmark special teams value. White heavy checkmark room to grow. But he also needs to improve crossmark field awareness. Crossmark consistency against top-tier defenses. Crossmark catch radius and hand strength. Still, he has what NFL teams crave, explosiveness. If he lands in the right system, we could be talking about a dangerous offensive weapon for years to come. So Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Would Isaiah Bond make a good fit in Kansas City's offense? Is he worth a day 2 pick? Or would you prefer someone like Matthew Golden instead? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell. This is Kansas City Chiefs Today, bringing you exclusive Chiefs content, draft coverage, and more every single week. Catch you in the next one.